At the beginning of the story, we are shown a family who are living their life happily, but they did not know that after a few minutes, something is going to happen to them, which is scary to even think about. When the husband and wife were busy in their conversation, suddenly they started hearing the voices of people screaming from outside. When both of them came out of the house, they saw that there was a commotion among the people outside. People were leaving their homes and running away, as if something big was going to happen. Jason and Beth saw that the neighbors were also panicking and evacuating their houses in a hurry. Jason asked the neighbor, what was the reason? Why are you people leaving the house? But they were in such a hurry that they did not answer Jason. At the same time, he saw that the neighbor's son was also packing his things. When Jason asked the child, where are you people going? The child replied that one of my father's friends is a government officer. He said that a very poisonous virus has spread, which turns a normal person into a monster. But then, the child's mother came there and started taking him away from there. Jason asked her which virus is this child talking about, on which the child's mother said that now is not the time to tell. Take your wife and daughter and get as far away from this city as possible. Hearing this, Jason and Beth got very scared. After that, without thinking, Jason put his family in the car and started taking them out of the city. But on the way, they saw that the neighbors who were running away were returning. Seeing this, they started feeling even more strange. Later people get stuck in traffic. When Jason and his family got out of the car, they saw that the police had closed the only road leading out of the city. Helicopters started patrolling the sky here and there. People were told that a poisonous virus has spread in the city and they should return home quickly. Hearing this, Jason found it strange that when the virus has spread in the city, why are people being asked to stay in the city instead of being evacuated? Then suddenly a big stone fell from the nearby mountain. It fell on their car. Seeing this, they got very scared. The mountain started shaking. Then 2 military fighter jets came out from behind that mountain and headed towards the city. Those 2 fighter jets started raining bombs on the whole city, due to which the whole city turned into ashes. Jason's wife Beth immediately understood that if they had listened to the police and returned home, then their fate would have been very bad. After that, those fighter jets started heading towards the people on the road. Seeing this, there was a commotion among all the people. Now everyone understood that the government wanted to kill them. Everyone. They started running here and there to save their lives. But Jason and Beth realized that no matter where they ran, the fighter jets would kill them. Then Beth looked back and saw a school on the mountain and thought that would be a better place to save herself. After which, Jason, Beth, and Joey started climbing the mountain towards the school. The fighter jets started dropping bombs on the people standing on the bridge behind. These 3 run fast and reach the school, and luckily they find a tunnel there and quickly enter that tunnel just a few seconds before the bomb blast. As soon as the door of the bunker closed, there was a huge explosion above. But luckily, these people were below the bunker and their lives were saved. But the surprising thing for them was that what kind of virus was this, that the government had to kill all the people of the city? They were not able to understand anything. They had just come to know that if they want to stay alive, then quietly spend their life in the bunker. But the matter of concern for them was that how long will these people live here, and what will they do to eat and drink to fill their stomach? The good thing was that there were a lot of people there. All the expired food was kept, which could last for a long time for 3 people. Jason's wife Beth was very worried. She started thinking about her daughter Zoe, that what will they do if she gets sick? And while Beth was closing the door, her hand also got hurt and she got a very deep injury. Both of them were also worried about the fact that this poisonous virus may have attacked their body too. But now was not the time to think about it. Now they had to make this bunker safe so that no one could open the door of the bunker above. Jason made iron bars. They closed the door of the bunker tightly with a chain and decided that now they have to spend their life hiding here. But life, living underground, was not easy. Every day they had the same food, muddy water to drink, and in their free time they played cards. They were completely cut off from the outside world. After living here for many days, they had become very cramped in this bunker. But what could they do? If they had gone up, they would not have been able to save their lives. This life made Jason's family feel like the end of this world. Joey asked her father, "Papa, how long will we stay here?" Jason had no answer to this. He just told his daughter that we will go out only when the virus goes away. He puts his fingers on his daughter's eyes and makes her imagine the outside world. In this way, days passed and then months. They did not know that more than 300 days have passed here in this bunker waiting to get out. Joey looks at the outside world through the periscope made by her mother. Outside, there was only a scene of devastation all around, as if this whole world has burnt to ashes. There was no trace of any human being. Seeing all this, the little girl started thinking that maybe we are the last people left in this world. Her mother consoled her that you should not think like this. Maybe your friends are also hiding somewhere like us. It was night now, and it was dinner time. They had very little food left. That is why the three of them were managing by eating a little food. But today, on Joey's insistence, he was given a whole tin of cans. When Joey opened the tin, he saw that the tin was empty from inside. There was a tin on the back of this tin. There was a small hole. Perhaps something had stolen food from it. Beth checked all the remaining cans and found that all 12 cans were empty. They were very upset to see this because this was their ration for 2 weeks. Beth looked at the ventilation grill and guessed that perhaps a rat had come inside and taken the food. Beth said that if it is a rat, then it has to be killed soon. Otherwise, it will ruin all our food. Seeing the sad face of the daughter, Jason consoled her that do not worry about small things. Even if the food is finished, then I will go upstairs and get some things. The next day, when Joey was playing with his mother in blocks, he heard a soft sound from behind. When Joey looked back, a rat had again entered to steal the tin foot. Before the rat could run away, Joey immediately called his parents. Today they had to kill this rat at any cost. In anger, Jason took out a knife and moved forward to cut it into pieces. But that small rat turned out to be very smart. He ran away, saving himself from Jason's attack, and also dropped the lantern kept on the table. As soon as he ran away from his house, it was about to enter the hole when Beth suddenly pounced and killed the rat. They were all celebrating the killing of the rat when the fire started, increasing slowly due to the fall of the lantern. Jason ran to put out the lantern, but the lantern was very hot and burnt. Jason's hand and the glass of the lantern broke, and the entire table caught fire. Beth tore the curtain and tried to extinguish the fire. Jason took out half a bucket of water from the tap and poured it on the fire. Somehow they both extinguished the fire, but the danger was not over yet. Rather, it became even more difficult for them. The fire was about to increase because they had already extinguished it, but the smoke from the fire had filled the entire bunker with smoke, and that smoke was slowly coming out from the ventilation grill upwards. Seeing this, they all got scared because this smoke was revealing their location there. Now everyone was sitting with bated breath. Jason said that perhaps the darkness of the night will hide the smoke and no one will be able to know about our location. All three of them remained awake the whole night in fear. The next morning, they looked out of the periscope to satisfy themselves. When they saw it, the ground slipped under their feet. They saw that there was a cloud of smoke outside. Seeing this, their anxiety increased. They were completely sure that the secret of their hideout has been revealed. Then Beat said that if there is smoke, then there must be ashes accumulated near it, by investigating which our hideout can be found. That is why now we have to clean the ashes. After which, the husband and wife decided to go outside and clean it. Before leaving, Jason told his daughter Zoe to promise me that whether you hear a voice from outside or not, then whatever happens, you must not come out. After taking a promise from his daughter, he opened the chain of the door. He listened carefully to the sounds outside, and when he was sure that there was no one outside, then both of them opened the door of the bunker together and came out. Now his daughter was left alone inside. She was waiting for her parents. But even after waiting for a long time, when her parents did not return, she climbed on a stool and started looking at the situation outside through binoculars. Soon she saw that her parents were trying to hide the door of the bunker. But then Joey saw something that left her breathless. She saw a black shadow in the faraway forest moving rapidly towards them. The child shouted loudly and asked her father to look back, but the distance was too great. Her parents could not hear. In panic, the child forgot her fear and climbed the ladder and came out of the bunker. As soon as she came out, she realized that her parents were no longer there. The child started calling her parents loudly in anxiety. Then suddenly someone grabbed her mouth from behind. It was someone else. No, it was his mother. A few seconds later, a herd of wild deer passed by quickly. Although the three of them escaped unhurt, the fear of the deer increased even more. The deer running away like this was definitely an attempt to escape from something dangerous. Everyone realized the danger and quickly ran back towards the bunker and entered the bunker. Jason closed the door of the bunker with wooden planks and tied it tightly with an iron chain and asked everyone to remain absolutely silent. Just then, they heard a slow sound of footsteps from above. It seemed as if someone was entering the bunker, coming towards the door. He was roaming here and there on top of the bunker for many minutes. These three slowly started moving away from the bunker door, and perhaps whoever was above had no idea till now that there was someone in the bunker below. Joe started crying out of fear. Beat calms her down and says that if the sound reaches outside, then everything will be over. All three of them had slowly moved far ahead of the bunker door. They were moving ahead of the bunker door so that even if someone opens the bunker door from above, then he would not be able to see us below. But then, Joe and the rope of the doll that he had picked up got stuck in a screw. The screw started loosening slowly. Seeing this, Jason and Beat were left breathless because the rope was connected to the sound switch in the doll. Before they could do anything, the screw came out with a jerk, and at the same moment, sounds started coming from inside the doll. Jason immediately tore the doll apart and broke the speaker inside it. But now it was too late. They had got a hint of the thing that was chasing them above. Suddenly, there was a loud crash from above, and then the echo of heavy footsteps came straight to the bunker. He stopped above the door. He finally found their location and started trying to open it. He was pushing the lid of the bunker hard, and despite being closed with chains, the danger was clearly felt, and the monster above knew that there was definitely someone present below, although that door was closed with strong chains. But in front of the terrible power of that thing, those chains started breaking one by one. Seeing this, Jason knew that the door would not be able to hold for long, so he quickly ran inside and started pulling out the pipe of the water pump. Here, Beth also showed courage and climbed the ladder and tried to keep the door closed by pulling the chain using her body weight. But even then, the iron lid started opening slowly. Just then, a black shadow was seen above the door, whose eyes were shining like a bulb, as if the death of those three was watching them from above. Without thinking, Jason attacked it with a pipe, due to which it fell back. Jason quickly stuck the pipe in the door and closed the door, and that thing ran away from there. But Jason's body was still trembling badly. He could never have imagined that in the outside world there were not only ruthless soldiers, but also dangerous monsters roaming around. The whole family sat down dejectedly near the stairs because now their hideout was exposed. Now they could be attacked at any time, and they had also realized that this time only one person had come, but the next time when they come, their number will be much more, and we will not be able to do anything against them. After a while, suddenly the cupboard started shaking. Jason and Beth understood that he had called his other companions too. The sound of loud footsteps started coming from above. It was as if thousands of creatures were running over their heads. Then they all gathered at the door of the bunker. Jason, Beth, and Joey were trembling in fear below. Then suddenly, they started a massive attack. This time, their strength was more than ever. The strong iron door broke and fell down, and a lot of eyes started shining on the door of the bunker, due to which those people started running backwards in fear. But those monsters were also following them. Beth threw her oil lamp and set fire to the curtain between them and herself. They put a lock on the door, and holding the cupboard, both of them blocked the way between them. They all started running inside the bunker, but they knew that all this could not stop them for long. They had no way to escape now. Just then, the girl saw a ventilation opening towards the ground. Jason broke it with all his might, and with all his might pushed his wife and daughter out. But when he himself tried to get out, he got stuck due to the tight space. On the other side, the monsters were moving towards him. Now somehow, Jason had to get out of here. He had to get out. He did not see any other way. So he broke his shoulder bone, which made him scream in pain, but he quickly managed to control himself and entered the ventilation. Beth, without wasting time, started pulling Jason out with all her strength. As soon as Jason was about to get out, a huge creature came and caught Jason's leg. Jason understood that now it was impossible for him to survive. Now, there was no hope of escape. Jason made eye contact with his wife and said that whatever happens, nothing should happen to Joey. And the next moment that monster pulled him into the bunk. But instead of being afraid of the monster in the bunker, Jason tells them to come and see how strong they are. When Beth and Joey looked down, they heard loud screams coming from the bunker. Beth understood that her husband was fighting to give them time to escape. She left from there with her daughter, even in pain, and they came a long way while escaping from the monster. But while running, they felt something strange. They saw that the highway, which used to open to the outside world, now had a high wall. That means now no one can get out of this city. Then there is a helicopter came flying from a distance. When Beth looked back, it was an army helicopter. The helicopter came towards them quickly and shone its bright spotlight on them. As soon as both of them were about to run away from there, a big net fell on them from above, in which both of them got trapped. Both of them tried to free themselves from the net in every possible way, but the net had caught both of them badly. Beth saw through the net that some black shadows with green eyes were coming towards them. That's when we got to know the real secret of the story. Those yellow-eyed people holding guns, whom we were considering as demons. These were actually not aliens or people infected with virus. Rather, these were military soldiers who were wearing gas masks and night vision glasses. The same eyes whose yellow glow was making them look like they were from some other world. But the question arises that why were the army people the enemies of these people? You will get to know all this secret in the little bit of the remaining story. Now, both Beth and Joe were under the control of these soldiers. One of these soldiers shot a big bullet at them. He took out the injection and injected it in the neck of both of them, one by one. When their blood was tested, it was found that both of them were infected with a poisonous virus, which means that both of them are a threat to this earth. That means now they will be killed. Actually, when the virus spread for the first time, many people of this small town were already affected by it. This virus spread through air, and this virus spread from one person to another very quickly. The infected people themselves did not know that they were sick, and the government did not have any antidote to stop this virus. There was no other way for the government except killing the infected people. Beth kept crying and said that, "Please let my daughter go." When Beth saw that these soldiers were not going to spare even her little daughter, she became completely angry. Black marks started appearing on her face. But before she could do anything, a fountain of blood burst out from the neck of a soldier. It was none other than Jason, who had returned from death. Actually, Jason did not die in the bunker, but he lost control over himself and killed all the soldiers there. At that time, he was very angry. There were black marks on his face, and his eyes were red with anger, and his body strength had increased manifold, and it was clear that he was no longer the same Jason, but he was looking in a different form. He started attacking the soldiers and hitting them, but he was unable to stop the bullets of hot weapons and fell on the ground. When the soldiers moved towards Beth and Joe, they both had escaped by breaking the net. The soldiers started searching for them here and there, but they did not know that Beth had also turned into a demonic form. She attacked Joe. She hid inside a car and started fighting with those soldiers. She killed many soldiers and then fell on the roof of the car after getting shot herself. Her daughter, who was hiding in the dark, saw all this. Seeing the condition of her parents, she also lost her temper in anger. In one jump, she knocked down a soldier and broke his mask and was about to kill him when Beth stopped her in time. She did not want her daughter to also become a beast. Beth calmed her down. Slowly, the greenness of the girl's veins disappeared and she again became human. But the soldier's luck was not so good. His safety mask was broken and he slowly got infected with the virus. On the other hand, Jason's condition was very serious. He looked at his daughter's face and ran 2 fingers of his hand over her eyes, and Jason closed his eyes forever. At that moment, another helicopter arrived. Beth ran away with her daughter. Passing through a pile of junk, they entered a tunnel. Then a light fell on their eyes. On looking, they found out that the boy in front of them was the same neighbor whom we had seen at the beginning of the story. I had seen him in the cave. Then both of them followed him. The boy took them to a cave-like tunnel where the boy's parents and many other people were hiding. Actually, there were people infected with the virus like them. To survive, they were forced to live like rats in the dark. This virus was dangerous, but not fatal. This virus would affect the body of the infected person more when he got scared or could not control his anger. But actually, those people had learned to control themselves. They had managed to kill the soldiers of the city. They thought they were demons, but in reality, they themselves were demons. This is where the story recap ends.